Okay, good morning, and thank you for joining us here today. This meeting is called to order for the petition for issuance of the Nuclear Asset Recovery Financing Order by Duke Energy.
So this was as I said, a very successful effort. A lot of people were involved, and we would have not had this result, though, without the tireless efforts of our financial consultant, Saber Partners, and Joe Pichera in particular. On the first slide, we talk about the total financing cost of 2.72%. This is the lowest cost in the history of investor-owned utility rate reduction bonds. The investors that bought these bonds, did so at interest rates that were in line with U.S. agency securities such as Tennessee Valley Authority, Fannie Mae, Federal Home Loan Board, and some of the largest, highest rated global corporations such as Johnson & Johnson and Exxon. The next slide, we wanted to highlight the 18-year maturity specifically because when you look at this is a comparison of how the DEF project finance bonds priced relative to comparable issues of these other names I mentioned. We priced right on top of Tennessee Valley Authority. Tennessee Valley Authority sells billions of debt. They're a well-known issuer. DEF project finance didn't exist more than 6 months ago. So this was almost akin to an initial public offering. We were able to do so with the collaborative effort of Duke Energy Florida, Saber Partners staff, and the other outside councils that came together to make this successful. But this is a strong signal that those efforts were successful.
This fantastic outcome is no accident. As you pointed out, it is the culmination of months of hard work.
We owe a special thanks to your staff on the bond team led by Andrew Maurey and including Mark Giacchetti and Roseanne Gervasi. They were vigorous and very knowledgeable advocates for the customer's interests and obviously had the full support of the executive director and the general counsel in their advocacy, and we deeply appreciate it. But the OPC saved its best thanks for the Commission's advisor, Saber Partners, and especially Joe Pichera, and the Commission's bond counsel, Dean Criddle, who brought impressive expertise, experience, and discipline to the transaction, and without question were instrumental in saving many millions of dollars for the customers in current and future costs. Through their dogged and expert advocacy to achieve the optimum and lowest cost for customers at the outset.
We support Duke's issuance advice letter. We support Saber's opinion letter. We are profoundly grateful for the $684 million of additional savings over and above what you already approved in the 2013 global settlement. And I'm profoundly impressed, the Federation is profoundly impressed with and by all the work that went into this, and even more so by the result. This is just really, really great. I'm going to close with 3 words. Wow, and thank you.
That's great.
Already been made. But I also would like to acknowledge the foresight of those who worked on the legislation in providing the resources and the direction for the Commission to be able to hire outside bond counsel and outside financial advisors. I do believe that was a very important part of the process and an important part of the success of the result, working closely, of course, with our staff and all of the involved parties. This is truly a good news story, and I hope that good news gets out that although it is a complex financial transaction, it is an innovative financing mechanism to address a very unique situation. And I do believe that the result that we have before us is consistent with the statutory objectives, that the lowest charges consistent with the prevailing market conditions have been achieved, and that we were also able to achieve the greatest possible consumer protections. Lots of moving.
And we get positive results. Positive results. So seeing that we do not need to have a motion, and we don't need any further discussion. If no one has any further discussion, a big thank you again in closing, and this meeting is adjourned.